Yo, this shit went down a few years back in Atlanta. Me and my homie Dre were rolling to this house party on a cold-ass Saturday night. We decided to hit up the liquor store first cause we ain't trying to show up empty-handed like some broke-ass fools. We copped some fancy-ass beers and a bottle of that good whiskey, then headed back to the whip. The snow started coming down hard, but we ain't tripping. We used to this shit. Dre ran back in to grab some blunts cause his ass was fiending. I was heated cause I'm the one driving and my ride ain't exactly built for this weather. After a minute, Dre hopped back in and we bounced. The snow was falling like crazy now, covering the streets in white. The drive was supposed to be smooth. 20-30 minutes tops through the hood, we knew. But you know how it is. Shit never goes as planned. This snowstorm was fucking us up, turning a chill ride into some dangerous shit. Let me tell you, I ain't the best driver, and the car sliding every few seconds wasn't helping. After a few tense minutes going uphill, I turned a corner and saw some shit you never want to see. Right in the middle of the street was a car, stopped dead with its hazards flashing. Both doors were wide open. I was about to just swerve around that shit and keep it pushing, but Dre told me to stop. Judge if you want, but I ain't no good Samaritan. I've been through too much bullshit in my life to trust strangers. I told Dre we were late, but he kept bugging me to stop. Dre's gotten me into some shit before with his nosy ass, but this felt different. Someone might be in trouble. Reluctantly, I stopped the car and we just sat there for a minute. Dre asked if we should check it out. I told him that's what we were doing, but he rolled his eyes and said watching from the car wasn't gonna do shit. He had a point, but I really didn't want to get out. I asked him to wait a few more minutes, which he agreed to, mad annoyed. We sat there, watching the hazards blink against the snow. Nothing happened, which surprised me. Finally, Dre said he'd had enough and was gonna check it out. Before I could stop him, he hopped out. I watched him walk up to the car, feeling more and more sketched out. As he got closer, I swear I saw something dark move out of the corner of my eye. Might have been my paranoid ass imagining shit, but this whole situation was getting worse by the second. Not even 10 seconds later, I thought I saw the car move a little, like something shifted in the trunk or back seat. Again, could have been my mind playing tricks, but I wasn't taking chances. I made a split-second decision and slammed on the horn. Dre jumped, realizing what I meant, and sprinted back to the car. I peeled out immediately and told him I thought the whole thing was a setup. He was pissed when I said I didn't have proof, but I wasn't about to risk our lives for someone who could easily call for help themselves. The rest of the drive was mad tense. Dre's the type to hold a grudge longer than most. We got to the party and things finally chilled out. We were there for hours, damn near forgot what happened earlier. After dinner and catching up with the homies, our host turned on the TV to check on the storm for people heading out. He flipped to the local news, and what I saw had me shook. The cops were reporting on a jacked car from not even 2 hours ago. They had the victim's story, which went something like this. This lady was driving her teenage son home when she saw a car in the middle of the road, hazards on, and doors open. They went to check it out, and two dudes jumped out from behind a snowbank while another popped out of the trunk. They held the lady at gunpoint and took her keys, then dipped with both cars. I looked at Dre, scared as hell. That could have been us. We told everyone at the party what went down earlier, and that killed the vibe real quick, but people were eating the story up. The worst part is, now I trust strangers even less than before. I often think about how many people I might have helped if I hadn't seen how slick these traps can be. Shit's wild out here for real.